Mr. Speaker.
Order. Question number 11, Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister and asks, does he have confidence in all his ministers? If so, why?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, because they are competent and hard-working.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Prime Minister, how can he have confidence in the Minister of Corrections, given that he believes the Serco-run Mount Eden Corrections Facility is, quote, in terms of their core security, in terms of prisoner-on-prisoner assaults and a whole range of factors, they still perform in a way that exceeds other prisons, end of quote.
Well, Mr. Speaker,
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I'm sure in the context that those statements were made, they were correct. And what the Minister's also done is ensured that there's now a wide-ranging review of what's taken place at Mount Eden Corrections Facility. In the fullness of time, we'll get a sense of any issues that might present themselves there.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Prime Minister, does it not concern him that a previous report into a fight club in a prison, which was done over a year ago, was ignored by his Minister of Corrections? And if not, why not?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, firstly, I don't have details on that report. If the member wants to ask detailed questions about it, he really needs to ask the Minister of Corrections. But I'm not even actually sure he was the Minister of Corrections at the time when that report was issued.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Prime Minister, does he believe that the new standard of government that he sought to establish in 2008 is best served by his Minister of Corrections addressing Serco's failure with financial penalties, when the public's perception is that gross breaches of this nature should have resulted in the termination of their contract?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, well, firstly, the member's a long way ahead of himself. We actually don't know the details yet. We don't know what and how and why widespread the issue is. But Mr. Speaker, what we do know in the case of Mount Eden Correction Facility that's run by Serco is that we do have the capacity there to have penalties because of the nature of that contract, which was more than we would have if there was a fight club of any sort operating in any other prison around New Zealand.
Question number 12, Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr.